EP collab, man. Oakland Vallejo, the Bay Area, stand up. I'm from that town. She from Vallejo. Said let's collab. She said okay. We all should play. Hot potato. Whoever got the hottest spot wants the net. Challenge accepted. It's me, I'm the best. Like creative players on hunters, no less. The lines in your forehead just told me you stressed it. Got G-O-D on me side. Ooh, he blessed me. All the lies they tell it's a vaccine. They're acting it's a pet like it's wrestling. Keep my circle so small it's insane. If you made the cut, then you're part of my team. Just like blowing that plank, all strikes don't cut her. Attracted to the mind, but I like mine's hooder. She gotta have a pretty face too.
Hi, beautiful thugs and humans. Hey, I am Mrs. Best. Welcome to my channel. We are here to go over our recap, our weekly recap of 90 Day The Single Life. For those who are unsure where the hell this show comes from, it is a TLC show, and it is one of this many spinoffs. So we've got 90 Day Diaries, 90 Day Fiance, 90 Day the global one, we have the Family Chantel. There's so many spinoffs to 90 Day Fiance, and this is one of them. Hi, oh so best. Hi, sweet man, handsome man. We are going to get right on into it. We do this recap similar to how I do my Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup recaps, where we will discuss each person and what happened with them in entirety of the episode. So I'm not ping-ponging back and forth, driving myself crazy. This is also your reminder. If you're on the channel, we just had a album reaction to drop for an artist out of Ohio, Louis XO. Go ahead and give a gander or take a gander, whatever the term is, at that. It is on my channel. It premiered just almost like 30 minutes ago. So I hope that people listen to it, enjoy the album, and watch the video. So let's jump into it. So this week's episode was titled Tyray's First Date. Oh, Tyray, sweet baby. We'll get into that. But we're going to start with Chantel. Chantel just finished, well, not just finished, but we just got, before the year ended, the series finale of this Family Chantel. The series finale is because she and Pedro are divorced. I am not surprised. I'm surprised it took this long for them to break up. But not much happened with Chantel this episode. She seems to be on her, what did the young people say? Hot girl shit, thought and then plot and whatever the fuck. She doesn't seem to be interested in finding actual love. But she goes to make olive oil in Greece, in Crete. And while making olive oil, the people, they're like, we guide locals and tourists in the right direction for, fun nightlife. So they do that. And Chantel and her crew go out, and she brings up that she's only dated 2 white boys. And then a white boy from London talks to her, and, everything went okay. It looks like we'll see more of what happened with that next week. But in my opinion, not much happened with Chantel. I'm just like, girl, you've been in Greece for what we've seen 48 hours, and you already done taken at least 10 numbers, kissed a bunch of people. Like, slow down, players, slow down. But it seems like she's there more so to have a vacation than she is to just date. I would prefer to see her life kind of like the rest of the cast. I don't care to see her thoughting and trotting throughout Greece, like, especially if I'm not there, the fuck. So yeah, moving it along to the next person we're going to go over is Natalie. Natalie was on 90 Day Fiance. She is Ukrainian. I love her accent, by the way. I heavily enjoy Ukrainian accents, though, because I'm a weirdo. But Natalie is a disaster when it comes to dating. She's the hot mess express. Like, I don't understand how she's gotten by dating the way that she is dating. She is pissed off at Josh for leaving for work. This man works, he travels. She's known this going into it, but she still complains. I don't get women who complain about their nigga going to work. Like, he's working, sis. Aren't you glad that you're going to get like some stability? But, they are not there yet. Their relationship just seems transactional. I said that last week. And it also seems like it's based on like horniness a little bit. Like, there's obviously sexual attraction between the two, but I don't think it's going to ever be able to get much deeper than that. But we find out that she has been ignoring Josh's calls, which makes no sense because you say that you moved to California, Natalie, to be closer to him, because the space and how much he travels is a problem. So now that you're there, you choose to ignore his calls when he has to leave for 2 weeks the next day. That doesn't seem reasonable or logical. But Natalie is not reasonable or logical. So it is what it is. So when she finally does decide to call him back, she explained she was surprised at the situation and all of that. In my opinion, their conversation went well because in the end, I think she wants this man to help her get an apartment and stuff. However, I feel like personally for Josh, I feel like someone who has the type of career that he has needs an understanding woman. It's not even about being on your feet, like an understanding woman who's not going to drive him crazy. I don't think Natalie is that. But he does apologize to her, which he did not need to do. And he says he doesn't want the same patterns to happen between the two of them. And I hope that she paid attention to that of not speaking. Just because you get into an argument with your spouse, I hate when people fucking do this, including my own husband. Just because you get into an argument with your spouse, especially, or someone you live with, that doesn't make it okay to just go ghost and not speak. Like, doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. Like, you can't just avoid that. It's not conducive to a solution or happiness. But, you know, I hope Natalie caught the hint from Josh. He's saying, like, I'm not going to keep dealing with this shit. You get mad because you don't get your way. It's not even over nothing. He ain't cheated. He's not gone. He didn't pick you up from the airport. Okay, fine. Big deal. Uber exists. And then, in addition to that, he ain't had a chance to fuck up. You've only been there for a little bit. I just don't understand it. She needs to relax. So next thing we see from this couple is, for some fucking reason, she goes apartment hunting and Josh takes her. Now, I don't understand why you would go and hunt for an apartment when you don't have any income that you can prove or use to pay for your apartment. I don't understand. But they go look for an apartment. They're in California. Natalie moved here from Florida and she is not American. So I was cracking up because homegirl was surprised when the realtor said for her Santa Monica apartment near the beach in a great neighborhood. I am familiar with the areas down there. $2,150. That's actually pretty cheap for that area and for California, especially for a one bedroom. One of my friends is paying $1,800, I believe, for a one bedroom apartment. So, and it is not in an area as nice as Santa Monica. So I definitely don't think people realize, like, I think people know that California is more expensive, but I think they, in their minds, they think it stops at like the gas or apartments. And it's like, no, we get fucked over with taxes, gas, travel, insurance, you name it. But Natalie was surprised. She's like, oh, but then she says that she should be able to afford it. And $2,150 is average. I believe the average price for a one bedroom in California is like $1,900 or something weird like that. So going forward to ask about the apartment, Natalie's like, talking to the realtor, and the realtor is like, well, she has no credit or any of that. So you could try to get your apartment with a guarantor, which is basically a fancy way of saying someone's going to co-sign and use their credit so that she can get the place, right? Josh don't want to do that. And I don't blame him. I know some 90 Day fans may feel, bonded because they know Natalie, she's the constant. But we also know that Natalie is a ping ponger between dudes. She's difficult to deal with, and she's unreasonable at times. She's also very self-centered, in my opinion, from what I've seen watching her on TV, on 90 Day Fiance and on this show. So I don't know. I feel like she should have chose Michael, but she chose Josh. So okay, girl. Josh doesn't feel secure in the relationship because of how back and forth Natalie is. She's up and down, back and forth, to the side, and through the hole in the middle. Like, this bitch is everywhere. She doesn't know what the hell she wants. And to me, I think she just wants whichever man's going to secure her in the city that she wants to be in. California is the city of her dreams. But girl, if you got stability with Michael in Washington, you better go on. Anywho, so she's upset that Josh doesn't feel secure in the relationship enough to get her an apartment. And I need people who are not married to stop trying to play married and expect things from your boyfriend or some nigga you're dating. You can't expect him to behave and treat you like a wife, which finding an apartment, helping you find housing, paying and picking you up from places, like that's stuff that happens when you're at, at a better place. Natalie's expecting the most and she's not there yet. I don't think it's unreasonable that someone you're not married to and have only been dating a short time and dated while you were in between relationships or whatever the hell. I really don't think it's unreasonable for him to protect his credit. That's probably why he has the job he has and can't afford to help find you work and to fly all over the place, because he protects his credit, which everybody should do, you know? Anywho, she claims when he's explaining his part in the confessional, he's like, that just doesn't make me feel secure. It makes me nervous. She's like, you don't feel secure. I'm the one alone in the country I'm not from with my mom. Bitch, you chose to be here. Nobody asked you to come. Nobody asked you to come. And your mom is innocent, though. I ain't got no beef with her mom. But for Natalie to manipulate that situation, she's like, you have people. It's just me here. You chose to come to this country. And for you to say that to your new man when the only reason you're in this country is because of your old man. I don't like Natalie. I just don't. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. But she seems like the type of woman that uses her looks to get the things that she wants from men. And when she doesn't get that, she throws a fit. It was irresponsible of you, knowing that your mother was coming to America, to leave the stability that you had built for yourself to go be with a man that is not even going to be there half the time because he's traveling and who, you know, you really don't have that strong of a connection with outside of sex. Like it just doesn't make sense. That's on you, not him. Natalie lacks accountability. I think that she'll struggle forever in relationships until she either finds a simp ass nigga who is just going to, yes, dear, yes, honey, yes, yes, yes. Or she changes. You have to be accountable to be with people. It's just the way it works. So we will see what happens with her going forward. But so far, she's the hot mess express and she is leading the fucking train. Moving on to the next people / ex couple. We get Veronica. I don't really know why Veronica's on here. I know people like her. I don't really care for her. I do remember watching her on previous 90-day shows, but I don't care for her. She explains her tumultuous dating history, which is a hot mess. You could tell she's one of those people who just gets with people based on energy. If she feels a connection, she's not going to waste it. She's going to go for it. So I can't fault her for that. But one of the people she gave energy to was Jamal. And Jamal is much younger than her, shady. And when she explains how they got together with the DM, I was like, them relationships that start through the DM worry me. I'd rather you go to match.com or Facebook dating even or something. Like, why do you need to just, oh, you fine, I'm in your DMs? That's weird to me. That means someone's like super into social media. And to me, that's a turnoff. I know I'm on social media and I am a content creator, but I create my content and then I log the fuck off. Jamal seems like, I just don't care for Jamal, but she is now exclusive with Jamal. They are actually in a relationship, not just having sex. He lives in California. She lives in South Carolina. He does come to, visit her. And we find out that there's issues about him not texting back or answering the phone. She tells us that Jamal does not communicate. And this Negro has the audacity to say that he's more of a face-to-face person. That's his vibes. Listen, I don't know why women fall for this dumb shit from men. Ain't no way in hell no gentleman is going to tell me that he didn't return my phone calls because he's more of a face-to-face person. Well, until we can be together face-to-face, nigga, to keep me interested and you interested and to remember each other, you got to answer the phone sometimes. You got to send a text message. Check on me. Josh just goes radio silent. So I don't, or Jamal, whatever the fuck his name is, Jamal. There's too many J's. But that's not normal. I don't know why Veronica is okay with that. I feel like if you're with someone, that shouldn't even have to become a discussion because you should like them enough to hit them up. Like, while my husband is at work, because I miss him, even though he only been gone like a few hours. But I miss my dude. I do. I will be texting him when I'm off this live. Hey, what you doing? How are you? I miss you. And he'll text back promptly at work and answer the questions. And if I don't text him, then he may text me. Do you guys see what I'm getting at? This is not happening for Veronica and Jamal, which is concerning. And it to me, it just shows a lack of stability, which means the relationship probably won't last. So after he gives her his bullshit, he then goes back into San Diego. That's where he lives. And we see Tim, who Veronica was with for a long time. Her kid knows him. They're good friends and all of that. I like Tim too, by the way. He's like, so like, I don't care, but I care, but I'm awkward, but I'm not. I like him. He seems cool. So she's chilling with Tim, and we find out Tim does not trust Jamal. And I don't blame Tim, though I do think he doesn't actually not trust Jamal. I think he looks for reasons not to trust Jamal. Just personally, I feel like Tim and Veronica should get back together, but that's me. But Tim goes and out with Veronica because he wants to find love. He's saying, I'm 43. It's harder to date, and I have no joy that I'm going to show. So this should be interesting. And he goes up to this lady and is super awkward. This Black lady, he's like, yeah, what's your skincare routine? I'm like, white man, don't ask Black people what our skincare routine is. And that's what, because they going to say what that lady said. Nothing. We use face wash, we put lotion, we move on. Some people do a little more. But yeah, the beauty of melanin is we don't have to go through the most for our skincare routines. Hallelujah for the melanin. But he goes up to the lady. He's trying to date and do all of this stuff. And he finds a Hispanic lady named Luisa, who's from Colombia. And he knows her from social media because apparently they tried to talk to each other, but it didn't work out. I guess she was with someone and he ended up with someone. So it never went nowhere. And then they run into each other in person. And Veronica was right. She said he has a type. He likes fiery Latinas and Hispanic women. And Veronica, she's like, hello, I am Latina. Like, that's funny. So Tim definitely has a type, and I'm not mad at him. Latina women are beautiful. They just are. That is all we get from them on this episode. I'm interested to see what else we get. And I kind of like that even though they're exes, they're friends, because we'll get to see like an extra storyline within a storyline, if y'all get what I mean. So that's cool. Now to the end of this recap. Tyray. My heart hurts for this guy. He is a nice man. He is a handsome man. The flaw that he has seems to just be weight and confidence. Women like a dude that's confident. And I'm not saying he has to be all tribal and, you know, like, I'm a man. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Like, no, but you can just sense that he's a little insecure and lacks the confidence that a lot of men traditionally have. And that's okay. That's okay. He didn't do dating. Tyray did not date in high school. And the only person he has dated was a catfish. So he doesn't have the experience that the most of us have. And I won't even say us, because I've been with my husband since I was 16. I started talking to him when I turned 16. So I feel like there's a lot I don't know if dating, and I would probably be similar to Tyray if like my husband was to leave me for like the cantaloupe next door or something. Like, I don't know. If you haven't dated or had sex, even if you're 40, the way that you approach that may not be the way that a 40-year-old who's been around the block has. So, you know, he's prepping for his first date with Tiffany, who appeared to like him a lot in the last episode. She's the one who asked for the date, right? And he says in his confessional something that I thought was interesting, and I think he needs to get over. And if he gets over that, then I think he can find women to date, get to know, all of those types of things. But he expects for Tiffany to make the first move. And he said, because she liked him first. I said, oh, honey, even if a girl likes you first, like whoever makes the first move, man or woman, is just making the first move. But both parties have to like participate to get, you know, through stuff and to understand things and all of that. So he goes to the date on his Uber. That was mistake number one. Now, you live in Modesto, Tyray. I don't know if you didn't want us to see your car or what, but I'm very familiar because Modesto is just a little drive. It's far, but it's not like far. A lot of people in Modesto commute to the Bay to work, which is crazy to me. Tracy, I get, Stockton, I get, but Modesto is hella far. I wonder how far, because that's where Tyray lives, just for shits and giggles. I'm going to look how far it'll take me to get to Modesto from my home here in Vallejo. Let's see. Yep, an hour and 52 minutes. That's with no traffic. So he far as hell. Anywho, I bring that up to say if you're from California, I guess that if you know that the Valley, the Central Valley is not a place that, it's not like the Bay Area or LA where you can hop on public transportation. More so, Bay Area is probably the best public transit that we have in the state of California. LA, the metro sucks. The train, the bus, it sucks. But, Modesto in the Central Valley, like where Tyray lives, is not a place that you can really get by if you don't have a car. You'd be putting out a lot of money towards Ubers. If then it considers your Ubers to be rural, like because of the location, so it's harder to find and more expensive. So I don't know. You should have picked her up. If you have the car, you should have picked her up. I don't care if you're driving a 1997 Chevy Impala, 2001 Toyota Corolla, or a Ford Escort. They don't even make them no more. But, pick her up. Then you won't get stood up. Or if you're in an Uber, Tyray, you could have added a stop to your Uber to go get this woman. That's what I would have been doing. Somebody got to help him. Tyray, I'm not far. Like, we're only an hour and some change away from each other. If you need a friend who's actually going to guide you through dating and all of that, I will gladly help you. Like, married friends are the best ones to take advice from too. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Anywho, he goes inside. He made a reservation. He took her to a nice restaurant. He came with flowers that were really pretty. He dressed himself up. I'm telling you, the man is handsome. He's just big. He's just big as hell. But he's handsome. He could be somebody's teddy bear. Just saying. Big boys need love too. Shit. So he waits for her over an hour to where the waitress came on camera outside and was like, if I could sit with him, I would. Like, you can just sense when someone's a good person and hoping for something. And it just sucks that I get ghosting people. I don't get ghosting people, but I know that it happens. But to leave this man, to have him pay to go somewhere, and then in addition to paying to take this woman on the date, because he made a reservation, he got right, he paid for the flowers, he paid for the Uber, you had him sit there in public embarrassed. I think that's the worst thing that you can do to someone, whether you're a woman or a man. Y'all, as people, need to man the fuck up, woman the fuck up. And if you're a they or a them or part of that trans community, then God damn it, adult the fuck up. Because there's no reason as adults, if you are over the age of 21, because that's what I consider an adult. If you're over the age of 21, there's no reason to ghost nobody. That's some poodle-like shit, in the words of my husband. Man up, woman up, adult up, and tell the person, listen, I'm not interested. I'm not coming. You don't even have to say all of that. I ain't coming. And then block him. But to leave him there, like his face, you could tell that he was actually hurt. And I was watching it. I was literally watching like this from my bed. Like, I felt bad for him. Like, and not in an embarrassing way. I don't think he should be embarrassed. If anything, that bitch looked like shit for doing him like that. Also, Beth said, this is why dudes start dogging. Oh, Jesus. I'm not reading your comments no more. This is why dudes start dogging beesies. Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly why. I've always had really good male friends, and a lot of them are nice. And the ones who are hoes or had their hoe phase were like, that's because this one bitch, man, I was so in love with the bitch, and then she did this or she didn't do that. She ghosted me. Like, it's a thing. Like, the way that you treat someone can determine how they treat the next person and people as a whole. And we don't think of things like that. But I just want to say to Tyray, you are a Black king. And if your only flaw is weight, my darling, you will be okay. And Tiffany wasn't that cute anyway. Because who the fuck comes outside looking the way that she looked on television? Just because you are a virgin, Tyray, don't be picky, or don't be like too open. Like, if you're attracted to something and you have like certain things you need in your partner, it's okay to request those things. This is why I feel like he needs like a dating coach and not just to be on the show. They gonna title the whole fucking episode Tyray's First Date, knowing this Negro didn't go on a date. Anywho, he does look really hurt. He accepts that he was stood up. He does accept it. But what broke my heart is he wonders if this is a him problem, because he went through the catfish and now this has happened. It's not. Dating is rough. Dating is harder than war, okay? Dating is a disaster, especially in today's world with people so obsessed with social media, popularity, and outside of that, they're probably too busy and obsessed with make his money to keep up with, the way the world is. So, I feel bad for Tyray, but I wish him well on his dating journey. If he ever comes across this video or anything like that, you have so much to offer a woman, you just finding the wrong women. The wrong women are the bitches you see on the internet twerking and fucking and doing whatever. The wrong women are the ones who are doing the most for attention. He needs like a quiet woman, not interested in the limelight. He's gonna have to I don't know, maybe go to a library or something. I don't fucking know. But he definitely needs to find other ways to find a female. But that is all we got from 90 Day the Single Life on this episode of this week. This episode is titled Tyray's First Date. We will be going over another episode because I believe it comes on Monday. So next week, we will have another recap for 90 Day the Single Life. The next recap, also Beth says he needs a nerdy girl. He does. Nerds are great. They're great. And we're nice. He does. He needs someone down to earth, chill, or nerdy. He needs to find an anime chick or something. I don't fucking know. Anywho, the next recap I'll have on the channel will be, what's today? Friday. So tomorrow, Saturday, we'll do our life after lockup recap, which is basically me talking shit for an hour mainly. But what can you say nice about people who go looking in the actual gutter for men and women? At least Tyray is not on Love After Lockup looking for love in the prison. So that's good. But we will have that recap. I hope everybody tunes in and watches the music reaction for Louis XO. He's a very talented artist out of Columbus, Ohio. Super, super talented. So I encourage you guys to go listen to his album or go watch the album reaction. We will have a song review, actually, that is going to happen tonight. The song review will happen at either 8 or 9, or it might happen tomorrow just because my schedule has been absolute insanity. And I don't know if I'll have time to do the song review tonight, but I am going to try and get it done tonight for all you beautiful humans. Other than that, you guys, I will leave you with a music video. We are Mrs. Best Song Reviews and Recaps. So we always try to play the music of independent artists at the end of a video. So for this video, we are going to watch Also Best music video for his song 3 Beezies featuring Chrome and JLB Music. All 3 of them are from California. I appreciate everybody for watching. My channel would be nothing without the people who watch, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you for stopping by. Even if you don't like what we're doing, we will grow and hopefully someday you will like us. And I hope you all enjoy your Friday night. I really, really do. Anywho, adios, beautiful people.
OMG, Meezy.
Especially my boo. Holla, holla. Holla, holla. Oh, yeah. Holla, holla. Holla. It's oh so bad. I need 3 beaches that look is unique. With Mr. Hustles in my hand, a freak. Can whip it up like a chef, cause I be eating meat eater or vegan. Yes, I need 3 beaches that look is unique. With Mr. Hustles in my hand, a freak. Can whip it up like a chef, cause I be eating meat eater or vegan. Shit, gotcha.
Hey, I need 3 Beezies by my side, cause I make this shit look easy. I'm from the CPT, so rest in peace, easy. And Mac DRE, back to the Bay Brief. Hey, we get hyphy on the beat uniquely. And if you ain't getting to the money, ain't no way we linking. If there's something in your cup to show me what you're drinking, I can never be for niggas, I'ma turn vegan. I need a freak with the pedicure toes, her hair dead, with the dress that be making her whole and making her dance. She all about the guala the band, so she for sure hit the pole, hella shaking some ass, she do it slow. I'm in my section with bottles and models, I brought my woes. The hundreds keep on piling and piling up on the floor. Lil' baby, I'm a ghetto king, I thought you should know. Lil' baby, I'm a ghetto king, I thought you should know.
I need 3 pieces that look is unique. The Mr. Hustles in my hand, a freak. Can whip it up like a chef, cause I be eating meat eater or vegan. Yes, I need 3 pieces that look is unique. The Mr. Hustles in my hand, a freak. Can whip it up like a chef, cause I be eating meat eater or vegan.
Yeah.
Shit, that's
Whip it up like a chef, then I smoke 3 bleezies. Stir the pot up, I had to serve 3 vegans from the valley to Oakland. It's the inferno season. JLB, IGK, and Oso, we the reason. Eat it up, she either a vegan or or a meat eater. How you gonna snooze on us three? You a big sleeper, triple threat cooking the beat. We got big heaters. I don't know how she got on my phone, bitch. I'm out the bleeder. Freak, bend it over and just back that ass up. I need a freak on the double. I'm out to drop this cash out. Eating a little different. I'm really munching on plant-based. She needed more nutrients. Tell Beezy, give me good face. Hey, from Oakland to the Valley, really going crazy. Every day is a battle. Punk rock shit. I be jamming the metal. We need 3 bad Beezies that can match your level. I need 3.
The missing hospitals, my hand a freak. Meat eater, a vegan. Yes, I need 3.
Only 3.
The missing hospitals, my hand a freak. Cause I be eating meat eater, a vegan shit. That's